They thought they could easily overlook you, dismissing your insights as mere youthful naivety, blinded by their own assumptions. But now, as they stand in stunned silence, they're beginning to realize they're in the presence of a chosen one, someone marked by a divine spark that cannot be ignored. Your youthful appearance, so often misread, is a gift that transcends simple age, carrying with it both blessings and challenges. Yes, people have often tried to undermine you, mistaking your timeless spirit for inexperience. They see only the outer shell, assuming that youth equates to naivety. But they couldn't be more mistaken. What they fail to see is the depth of ancient wisdom that resides within you. Your spirit is far older than the years they've counted, untouched by their shallow perceptions. Long before you entered this world, you were chosen, guided by a divine hand that continues to steer your path. They may attempt to test you or dismiss your insights, but they're standing in the presence of someone who sees beyond their illusions, someone empowered to dismantle the very constructs they cling to, even when the world has tried to belittle you. Through each condescending glance, each dismissive action, they've only fueled the divine plan already in motion. They thought they could silence you, expecting you to quietly endure, but they underestimated the strength within you. Your voice, resonating with a power they cannot comprehend, is poised to shatter their shallow expectations. In moments where you felt overlooked or undermined, remember that God has never left your side. Your experiences have been purposeful, each one crafting you into a vessel of wisdom and resilience. You've never been defined by age or appearance. You are a chosen one, entrusted with a wisdom that transcends time itself. And while others play by the world's rules, you move in rhythm with divine timing, orchestrated by a force far beyond their limited understanding. Now, as you move forward on this path, know that you're not alone. There's a community waiting for you, one that recognizes the spark within you. Don't forget to subscribe to The Awakening Pulse, where we dive deeper into the mysteries of divine, uncovering the hidden strength in every chosen one. Comment 999 below to affirm your journey, to mark this moment as one of realization and shared purpose. Stay with us till the end as we continue to unveil insights that will fortify your spirit and uplift your path. And don't hesitate to share this with others who may be walking this journey with you. They too are in need of the truths revealed here. In your workplace, in the arenas where others have tried to dim your light, you've encountered colleagues who've played their games, taking credit for your ideas, assuming that youth means silence. They whispered behind your back, confident that their voices would hold weight while yours would be ignored. But in the moment of need, when the situation required true wisdom and strength, it was you who stood firm. You spoke with conviction, unveiling a solution grounded in timeless insight, silencing the room as your ideas flourished, while their empty boasts withered away. This moment was not just a solution, it was a revelation of the divine wisdom residing within you, something they could never foresee. As a chosen one, your youthful appearance is more than a physical trait. It reflects the powerful, radiant energy within you. Your spirit, vibrant and ever renewed, defies the limits of human perception. This radiance isn't just skin deep, it emanates from your connection to a higher source. Every time you choose faith over fear, release old wounds, and shed negativity, this light within grows brighter, revitalizing your being. This aura of peace, love, and resilience is a testament to the divine energy that flows through you, an energy that transcends time and age. The wisdom of ages and the vibrancy of youth coexist within you, making you ageless in spirit, both powerful and gentle. And remember, this glow isn't just about appearances. It's a testament to the divine power that sustains you, proof that you are bound not by the limitations others see, but by the eternal energy that fuels your path. You're a chosen one, entrusted with a purpose and wisdom that will continue to inspire and guide not only you but those around you. They look at your youthful appearance and, in their short-sightedness, mistake it for weakness. They believe they can manipulate or belittle you, unaware that a divine shield surrounds you, an invisible force steadfastly guarding you against each attempt to undermine your strength. Every whispered plot, every subtle move designed to bring you down is met with a force they can neither see nor understand. It's the hand of God, present and relentless, sheltering you from harm. They assume you're an easy target, that your energy is naive and unformed. But they couldn't be further from the truth. Beneath this youthful exterior lies the spirit of an ancient soul, tempered by wisdom far beyond their comprehension. You're a living paradox, a soul that is both youthful and eternal, vulnerable yet untouchable. This divine shield encases you like armor, deflecting every condescending remark, every scheming glance, every veiled threat. Just as the hands of God shape the heavens, those same hands hold you steady, insulating you from any scheme, any jealousy that dares to approach. They may try to strike at your reputation, assuming you're too inexperienced to notice the shadows that linger around you. But what they don't realize is this: God has already whispered their intentions to your spirit. Long before their plots have a chance to take root, you are 10 steps ahead. Not because you harbor any desire for revenge, but because your path is divinely woven in ways they could never begin to unravel. Their plans dissolve before they can even manifest, disintegrating against the impenetrable wall of protection that surrounds you. Imagine this: you begin to sense deception within your circle, an undercurrent of betrayal. Someone you once trusted is quietly attempting to undermine you, spreading falsehoods and hoping to watch you falter. They think you're oblivious to the fractures they're trying to create in your relationships, banking on your trust and underestimating your insight. But what they don't know is that God has gifted you with discernment, a perception far sharper than they could ever anticipate. Without confrontation, without so much as a whisper in defense, the truth begins to surface. People who once believed the lies start to approach you, seeking your perspective directly. The tales they were fed unravel as smoke, fading into nothingness as the reality of who you are becomes undeniable. This is how God works in your life, turning every hidden scheme into ash, revealing the truth while keeping your heart at peace. Those who sought to ruin your reputation find themselves caught in their own web of deception. Not by any move you made, but by the power of the divine allowing truth to emerge naturally. Their schemes backfire with a force they never anticipated, exposing not your character, but their own. You move through life in the light of divine protection, and with each passing day, those who once underestimated you find themselves awestruck at the power they never thought you possessed. No weapon formed against you can succeed, for God has already laid the path of victory at your feet. They might perceive youth, but what they fail to see is that your appearance is simply a disguise, a surface trait concealing a depth they cannot fathom. Beneath it all, there resides the strength of an ancient soul, protected, guided, and empowered by forces that transcend their limited understanding. They will come to realize, though perhaps too late, that God's chosen are never truly vulnerable, never truly exposed, and never ever defeated. You've been judged by your youthful appearance, dismissed by those who saw only the surface, thinking you were too inexperienced to reach greatness. But they know nothing of the vision God holds for you, nor of the heart God has seen within you, one of humility, patience, and strength. These are the seeds that have quietly taken root, growing in unseen ways, unnoticed by those who could not perceive the depth of your potential. They assumed they could exploit what they saw as inexperience, but God's plan for you is one of divine multiplication, a transformation so rapid and undeniable that even those who doubted will be left speechless. You are on the brink of an unstoppable transformation, a surge of growth so profound that even you may find it hard to fathom. The elevation God has in store for you will not be gradual or tentative. It's a catapult into realms of influence and purpose, a swift ascent that defies all expectations. While they believed they could keep you small and unnoticed, God had other plans. Plans that go beyond their limited understanding. Your rise is imminent, and the velocity at which it will unfold is a testament to how the humble are raised far beyond what anyone could foresee. Those who once brushed you aside, the same ones who ridiculed your efforts or barely acknowledged your presence, are now witnessing a power beyond their comprehension. They watch as God amplifies your efforts tenfold, 100-fold, thrusting you into spaces they once dreamed of entering but never could. This is divine multiplication at work, a display of how God takes what seemed insignificant to others and raises it to heights unimaginable. The seeds of faith and effort you've planted are breaking through the surface, growing with a force that defies natural explanation. This is God's promise fulfilled, a reality that transcends the judgments and limitations others imposed upon you. You are not bound by their misjudgments or by the labels they tried to place on you. You are connected to a higher realm, one where your pure heart and steadfast spirit are the currency of elevation. Soon, the world will witness how wrong they were to underestimate you. Your rise is God's answer to every moment they looked down on you, every time they doubted you, and they will stand in awe as you step fully into your calling. Time and again, you've given more than anyone knows. You've put others' needs before your own, even when those around you failed to recognize your true worth. They saw only the youthful face and mistook it for inexperience. But they missed the depth of your heart, the quiet strength behind each act of kindness. They thought they could take advantage of your generosity, that your kindness was limitless and came without consequence. Yet, every sacrifice, every silent act of selflessness was seen by God. Each moment you gave without seeking anything in return was noted by the Creator. These acts of love and service were like seeds sown in faith, and now those seeds are blossoming in ways that will leave others in awe. God has been preparing this moment long before they noticed. The moment when all that you poured out in selflessness would return to you, multiplied beyond measure. This is the divine law of the universe. What you give from a pure heart comes back to you in overflowing abundance. While others took advantage of you, dismissing your kindness as weakness, God was keeping a record. God saw the truth and ensured that your selflessness would not go unnoticed. Now the tables are turning. You never sought validation, and you never needed it. Yet the recognition that is coming your way will be undeniable. A testament to the strength, grace, and depth of spirit that only God could truly see from the beginning. The very people who once disregarded your generosity, who saw your kindness as something trivial or unworthy of recognition, will stand in awe as blessings pour into your life. They'll be left speechless, realizing that the abundance flowing to you is a result of the goodness you never withheld. Remember how you've always been the one who listens without judgment, the one who steps forward when everyone else remains seated. You've given, not out of duty, but because compassion is woven into your very being. Lifting others, supporting those in need has never been a task. It's been a calling that comes as naturally as breathing. And though they rarely acknowledged it, some even took your kindness for granted, assuming that your youthful face meant naivety, as if you didn't grasp the weight of what you were giving. But you did understand, and more importantly, God understood. Every act of love, every silent sacrifice was seen and cherished. Now it's your time. God's promise to you is unfolding. The selflessness you offered was never in vain. You gave without expectation, yet a reward beyond imagining was being prepared for you all along. Those who underestimated you will soon see the undeniable hand of God at work in your life, realizing that your kindness wasn't a weakness, but a strength unmatched, and now it's being exalted for all to witness. All your life, you've been surrounded by voices of doubt, people who assumed they knew better, who dismissed your capabilities because of your youthful appearance. They figured you lacked the depth to make decisions that truly matter. But they couldn't have been more wrong. What they failed to see was that you were never guided by the fleeting opinions of others. You were guided by a divine purpose, set in motion from the very beginning. God's hand has been steering your course, wrapping you in protection, ensuring that every step is intentional, every choice aligned with a purpose far greater than any human mind could conceive. You're not navigating this life on your own. The Creator Himself carves your path, seeing potential in you that others are blind to. God has equipped you with wisdom beyond your years, wisdom that's anchored in timeless truths and divine insight. While others look at you and see only inexperience, God sees a vessel primed for knowledge, direction, and power that defies earthly understanding. You don't stumble through life's challenges. Instead, you face each one with clarity, knowing that God is the one guiding your every move. His voice is louder than the doubts that surround you, and His promises are more certain than the ever-changing judgments of those who've misjudged you. You now stand at a defining crossroads in your life, confronted with a decision that feels monumental, as though it could shape your very future. Many around you have opinions. Some think you're too young, too unseasoned, or too unsure to make the right choice. But within, a quiet truth rises. You know that these voices, though loud, don't carry the weight of the divine truth within you. So, you pause and pray, seeking wisdom from the one who knows all things. And in that sacred moment of surrender, clarity dawns. Door opens, revealing an unexpected opportunity that fits perfectly with your heart's deepest desires. You recognize it immediately as God's provision and move forward without hesitation. There's no second guessing, no doubt, because you feel God's hand leading you into it. As you step boldly into this new opportunity, doors begin to open, one after the other. The obstacles that once seemed immovable now dissolve before you. Pathways that appeared closed are suddenly clear, and those who doubted your ability to make this decision watch in stunned silence, unable to explain the divine favor lifting you higher with a force that's undeniable. They assumed you would stumble, mistaking your youthful appearance for a lack of direction, oblivious to the powerful truth that you are not navigating this path alone. What they couldn't understand is that God walks ahead of you, leading and preparing your way with a purpose beyond their sight. This is your unwavering assurance. God will always make a way for you, even when others cannot see the path. Doors that once seemed forever locked are already swinging open, revealing opportunities crafted uniquely for you. Opportunities others couldn't even begin to fathom. In seeking Him, you're never lost. His wisdom lives within you, and with that wisdom, you rise above the doubts, the fears, and every limit others try to impose. Your path is blessed, and His guidance will forever light your way. They've tried to rush you, mocked your patience, and questioned why your progress seemed slower than theirs, unable to grasp what you already know. God's timing is flawless. They see your journey as stagnant, even delayed, but what they fail to realize is that each moment of waiting has been purposeful. Every pause is intentional. You are not lagging behind, you are exactly where you need to be, moving to a rhythm that only divine hands orchestrate. Their frantic pace is irrelevant, because your journey is woven into a divine plan, one that transcends the world's shallow schedules. While they scramble, desperate for quick results and validation, you've been quietly building. Each seemingly idle moment has been a phase of refinement, a time of preparation for the magnitude of blessings about to pour into your life. What others perceive as delay is, in truth, divine preparation. Every day you waited without the breakthrough was not a punishment or a misstep. It was a time of strengthening, sharpening, and aligning, setting you up for the exact moment when everything would click into place. They believed you were waiting in vain, but you were being molded. made ready for something so profound that it's beyond their comprehension. You've watched as those around you seemed to speed past, achieving promotions, relationships, and recognition in rapid succession. You stood by, steadfast in your belief that something greater was in store, even as you felt the weight of their quiet judgments and subtle pity. They couldn't comprehend that your elevation was not tied to their timelines, but to God's, a timeline that, when it unfolds, makes all other pursuits seem insignificant. And then, as if in a divine crescendo, the door opens. The opportunity you've been waiting for appears, so perfectly aligned with your heart, your purpose, and your calling that you know, in that instant, every second of waiting was worth it. It's not merely an opportunity, it's a divine appointment. The scope of it leaves even you in awe, surpassing anything those who rushed ahead of you have attained. Those same people who once looked at you with pity now stand in disbelief, watching as everything falls into place for you in a way they never imagined. What they had to scramble and strive to achieve, God has delivered to you effortlessly, in His perfect time, with a magnitude beyond their reach even in all their haste. This is the power and perfection of divine timing. Your waiting was never in vain. Every delay was designed for your growth, every setback a divine setup for your rise. God was never holding you back, He was aligning everything in your favor, piece by piece, until the moment you were ready. Now, as the pieces come together, the world will see what you have always known: God's timing is not just perfect, it's miraculous. What is meant for you will never pass you by. And when it arrives, it will far exceed anything you could have envisioned for yourself. They saw you only through their limited lens, focusing on your perceived weaknesses and limitations, convinced that adversity would eventually wear you down. But what they failed to realize is that God had fortified you long before they ever doubted you. You've walked through their judgments and assumptions with a quiet, unshakable strength, never needing to prove your worth to those unable to see it. You were rooted in something deeper than their opinions. And as you rise now, they'll come to understand that their underestimation was the very foundation of your breakthrough. While others wavered and were swayed by every wind of doubt, you stood firm, rooted in a strength that transcended their narrow views. Your resilience isn't something they could quantify or categorize. It was forged in the fires of adversity, tempered by trials that would have defeated others. But not you. You were never meant to conform to their limited expectations, because God placed within you a power they will never fully comprehend. You are not merely resilient, you are unshakable. Every obstacle thrown your way, every whispered doubt, every blatant dismissal only served to fortify what God had already built within you. Their underestimation stems from their inability to perceive the divine force fueling your spirit. They mistook your calm demeanor for passivity, not realizing that this stillness comes from someone who walks daily with God, someone whose strength is anchored in a foundation unshackable by human approval or rejection. And now, the moment they have been waiting for, the moment they expected to see you falter, has arrived. Perhaps it's a critical project, a high-stakes exam, or a challenge so intense that they are certain it will be your undoing. Their judgments are loud, their expectations clear. They are ready to witness your downfall. But what they do not understand is that your strength flows from a divine source, and that foundation cannot be moved by the pressures they hope will overwhelm you. You face the challenge not with fear, but with calm confidence, knowing that God is with you, guiding every step. While they scramble and brace for what they believe will be your defeat, you proceed with grace and resilience. And then, the outcome they never expected, the victory that leaves them speechless, unfolds. You emerge not only having succeeded, but with a strength so undeniable that they are left stunned, grappling with the reality that they misjudged you entirely. It becomes clear that your strength was never drawn from anything the world could offer. It was born from a divine connection, from a relationship with God that you have always known was within you. This is your season of victory. They never saw this coming. They couldn't predict that the very adversity they believed would destroy you would instead be the crucible that shaped you into the powerful force standing before them. In their attempts to tear you down, they inadvertently magnified the strength they overlooked. The blessings and elevation that now pour into your life are no mere strokes of luck. They are the direct result of your steadfast faith, the unyielding foundation you built through hardship, and the divine favor guiding you all along. Every challenge you faced, every moment you were dismissed or underestimated, was part of a divine plan designed to strengthen and prepare you for what is now unfolding. Your rise won't just be seen, it will be undeniable. Your story is one of remarkable resilience and triumph, and it will serve as a beacon to others who have been similarly overlooked or doubted. You are living proof that true power does not lie in appearances, but in the depth of one's connection to God and the indomitable strength of the Spirit. Your journey, your testimony, your triumph against all odds is a testament to the divine wisdom that flows through you, guiding you through every season and challenge. Share your story. Let others see what it truly means to be chosen, to rise beyond the confines of human limitations, and to embody the wisdom and resilience that only comes from a life aligned with God. Let your victory speak, and let it be an inspiration to those still finding their way. As you continue this journey, stay connected and uplifted. Subscribe to the Awakening Pulse to be part of this community of growth and resilience. If this message resonates with you, show your support by liking the video and sharing it with friends. Together, let us rise and walk in the purpose that God has set before us.